an appeal from businesses near the ruptured water main.
Yeah, it might be a little trickier to get here, but we're open and ready to serve, and so please come down.
As Calgarians are urged to continue to conserve water. Plus, the Premier dismisses rumors Albertans are headed back to the polls.
We have fixed election dates in this province for a reason.
As one cabinet minister resigns and another is sworn in. And a la carte acapella. The group of singers serving up harmony for breakfast.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Terry Fikowski.
Good afternoon. The frustration continues for those affected by the major water main break in Montgomery. Homes and businesses will face disruptions for weeks or even longer. Stephanie Thomas joins us now live from near the repair work site. Stephanie, the road closure is now having the most impact.
Terry, I'm standing in front of the water main break that happened along the Trans-Canada Highway just east of the South Sea Trail interchange. Now, there is a detour in place that's helping keep traffic moving, but certainly for this city, this emergency brings about feelings of deja vu. Now, Calgary is once again under a stage 4 category of water restrictions. That's the highest level that the city can add. Now, we can show you some viewer video that was sent to us. The moment the water main burst, you can see vehicles that are sent launching into the air when the water main first ruptured on Tuesday night, December 30th. Now, since then, city crews have found the source of the burst feeder main. Officials say the infrastructure itself is 50 years old, and the break means that 60% of the city is affected by water loss. Now, residents of Montgomery, Parkdale, Point McKay, and West Hillhurst remain under a boil water advisory.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, I guess, but hopefully it's not as bad as last year. Hopefully they can fix it, but yeah, definitely going to go buy some water bottles and see what, hopefully it's soon.
Now, the second time around, I think people will have in their mind to just avoid this area totally, knowing that, hey, anything can go wrong with the pipe anytime.
Now, water conservation is the focus going forward for city officials, Terry, as the city of Calgary remains under water restriction stage 4, which is the highest category to be exact. Now, treated water storage is at 473 million liters. So the mayor of Calgary, Jeremy Farkas, says this is good news as the city of Calgary has reduced their water consumption below the target threshold of 600 million liters. Now, everyone is being asked to hold on just a little while longer. Terry?
Okay, thank you for this, Stephanie. 8 people were taken to hospital due to carbon monoxide exposure at a home in the city's southeast. Emergency crews were called to the 400 block of Pembroke Crescent around 2:45. 5 adults and 3 youth were taken to hospital in stable, non-life-threatening condition. Fire crews found levels of CO inside the home and were setting up fans to ventilate the residents. One person has died after falling through ice near Medicine Hat. Bow Island Emergency Services responded to Rattlesnake Lake last night just before 10 after a call that someone walking on the ice fell through. Firefighters found and recovered the body. Emergency crews send condolences and say ice can be unpredictable with changes in temperature and warn people to take precautions before thinking of heading out on ice surfaces. A snowmobiler has died in an avalanche in northeastern BC. Avalanche Canada reports the incident happened on Tuesday in the Bull Moose area, about 35 kilometers southwest of Tumbler Ridge. These photos show the avalanche zone the day after the tragedy. 3 snowmobilers were in the area when the slide was triggered at the base of the slope. Avalanche Canada says one snowmobiler did not survive despite a prompt rescue by companions. Well, fog continues to blanket much of Calgary, and it's expected to persist until tomorrow. Officials are reminding drivers to turn on their fog lights and allow extra time to reach their destination. At the airport, many flights are delayed because of low visibility. Travelers should check their flight status before heading to the airport. And that is where we bring in Miss Danielle for how long that's going to stick around. I remember my grandma always saying, as thick as pea soup.
Yeah. That's what you're
And that's what it looks like, really.
Yeah, I like your grandmother. Yes.
I don't know why I gave her an accent. She doesn't have an accent.
Oh, she doesn't either? Well, either it made it interesting. So visibility will be reduced, and in some cases to almost nothing, especially in the areas under the advisory. Calgary is included in that. So keep in mind reduced visibility. In addition to this is freezing fog. So it makes things a little slick because we're also adding in most communities, Calgary included, tonight and early tomorrow morning, the potential for freezing drizzle. So a little bit slick on sidewalks and roads here and there. And yeah, in addition to the low visibility, it's also cold, and it's going to be cold all weekend in the city. -15 is the wind chill at the moment. Your 24-hour forecast is brought to you by 5th Avenue Volkswagen, family owned, community driven. Discover more at 5th Avenue Volkswagen. And looking at those next 24 hours, the fog patches, reduced visibility, freezing drizzle, all possible right until about noon tomorrow. Then we get a break from that, and then it will be back once again tomorrow evening. And our daytime or our wind chill values will be in the -teens all day tomorrow as well.
Okay, thanks, Danielle. Police need your help to find a man wanted for assault in northwest Calgary last summer. They say the victim and his partner were asleep at their home in Nolan Hill when they were awoken by yelling outside. The victim confronted 3 women and a man who then climbed onto the patio of the home and assaulted the victim. They then fled in a black 2025 Nissan Versa. Officers identified 25-year-old Abdullah Shahid of Kingston, Ontario. He has been charged, but numerous attempts to find him have failed. And 5 people have been charged following a drug trafficking investigation. Police say they've seized cash, drugs, and scales and baggies from 2 apartments in a building on Elbow Drive. The investigation started in September following reports of drug trafficking activity. And police are asking for help finding this man. He was last seen in BC on October 18th. Police say later that week he may have traveled to Calgary and been spotted in the East Village. The 44-year-old's family is concerned for his well-being. Alberta's new Environment and Protected Areas Minister was sworn in today. Tabor-Warner MLA Grant Hunter is taking over the position following Rebecca Schultz's resignation. Schultz will continue to serve as an MLA for Calgary-Shaw until May. In her resignation letter, Schultz said it was time for her to seek new opportunities in her career. Now, Tim Brooke joins us from McDougall Centre with more on this. Tim, what's the Premier saying about the timing of Schultz's resignation?
Well, obviously, Terry, it capped off what's been a pretty tricky political year for Danielle Smith and her UCP, but she told us today that she's still feeling extremely confident when it comes to her leadership and the future of the party. Now, as you mentioned there, Rebecca Schultz told us on Wednesday that she'll leave her post as an MLA in the spring. That, paired with ongoing recall petitions against 24 UCPers, has many political experts predicting an early spring election. Some speculate the government could be assessing which of their MLAs are planning to run again for office, hence Schultz stepping down. But Smith poured cold water on those rumors when I asked her about it a little bit earlier today.
And I'm not quite sure why everyone is so anxious to rush to an election. The incredible polling I've seen suggests we do very, very well in an early election. And so we've got a mandate that we want to execute over the next 2 years, and we intend to continue doing so.
The next fixed election date in Alberta is scheduled for October 18th, 2027. Before then, the Premier says to expect a busy 2026 that may, Terry, involve some changes to that much talked about recall petition legislation.
Okay, thank you for this, Tim. Alberta Separatists have until May to collect signatures for their proposed referendum question. The question asks if Alberta should leave Canada and become an independent state. Despite a Calgary judge deeming the question unconstitutional, it is allowed to go ahead because of changes the UCP made to the legislation. Elections Alberta says canvassers have until May 2nd to get over 177,000 signatures from eligible voters. You now need to provide proof of identity before signing the petition as well. Well, the community rallies behind a young Calgary mother. The stem cell drive underway after her devastating diagnosis and the need for more diverse donors. Plus, Alberta's first babies of the year are born in 2 cities at the same time. A stem cell drive is underway in Calgary to try and save the life of a mother of 2. The drive also highlights the need for more diverse donors, with ethnic communities underrepresented. Jacqueline Wilson reports.
Sunny Singh will never forget the day his sister, Happy Dacey, mentioned something didn't feel right.
We were actually all together as a family in July attending a wedding. and she had started to complain about some aches and possible infections, and that went on for about a month or so, and essentially going into August and into September, she found out, unfortunately, that she was diagnosed with leukemia.
The young mom of 2 grew up in Calgary and is receiving cancer treatment here but lives in Regina. Singh was heartbroken to learn he was only a 50% match, so the family turned to the community for help, and they rallied, attending a stem cell donor drive at the Dashmesh Culture Centre.
It's awesome. It's really good. It's one great thing about the South Asian community is we all really stick together, and a core kind of principle of our faith and religion is to give back to others. And so this is a great, I think, community to really get some support behind this cause. And I think it'll help not only my sister, hopefully, but a lot of other people.
To find out if you're a stem cell match, you just have to register online and swab the inside of your mouth.
It only takes 5 minutes. It's 4 little swabs. You put one in each corner of your mouth. It only takes a minute. And it helps, right?
1,000 patients are waiting for stem cell transplants across Canada, but there's a lack of diverse donors, and that impacts the chance of finding a match, which is more likely with someone of similar ancestral or ethnic background.
If you're between the age of 17 to 35, you're eligible to become a stem cell donor for patients in need. And we're really trying to build the diversity in our community for this donor base. Our population should be a reflection of what our donor base is.
Harjeet Kaur was diagnosed with blood cancer in 2019 and is here today because of a stem cell transplant from her brother.
I'm here living proof for them that, stem cell transplant did help and save my life.
Testing to see if you're a match is a small action, but one that can make the difference between life and death. Jacqueline Wilson, CTV News, Calgary.
The stem cell donor drive will continue through Sunday at the Dashmesh Culture Centre between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Anyone between the ages of 17 and 35 is welcome to attend. The first Alberta babies of the new year were born at the same time. One baby was delivered in Edmonton and the other here in Calgary. Sarah and Sebastian Stewart welcomed their baby boy, Theodore, at Calgary's South Health Campus. He weighed in at 8 pounds and 6 ounces. In Edmonton, a couple also welcomed their little boy. Both babies were born at 12:03 a.m. And from all of us, a very big congratulations.
Yeah, on both accounts.
You'll always have a great party for your birthday.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, you have double the things to celebrate in a new year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good for them.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking at the weather, I know that people aren't thrilled about the fog, but it is quite pretty out there with the frost,
be pretty.
Right?
Yeah, it's just a little challenging to drive through where it's most dense. It's most dense in Calgary down through Lethbridge, so down Highway 2. So keep that in mind. If you are going to be driving in this, take your time, have your lights on, that kind of stuff. Here's a look at where the advisory is in place. And Lethbridge, down to Milk River and Coots, and then up to Calgary, and then off to the east, including the Brooks area. I mean, outside of the advisory, it's still foggy in most cases, but it's most dense in these areas. So this will continue tonight through tomorrow. The fog should start to mix out around the noon hour tomorrow, but then it will return tomorrow later in the day once again and last through Sunday morning. Look at this. We're down to under 1 kilometer in Calgary and Lethbridge with regards to visibility. So again, this is that worst stretch and the most dense. And this is the story really for the weekend. Cold, foggy, freezing drizzle to add to that as well. So pretty to look at. Maybe you can do that from your house and just look outside and not have to drive through it too much. 59 kilometers per hour. That was the maximum wind gust in Pincher Creek today. Nowhere else registered any other gusts. So this is where we had more of the Chinook setup, and that reflects in the temperatures, as you can see here. So sitting at 3 degrees in Pincher Creek, and everywhere else is well below freezing, especially with that wind chill. So in Claresholm, it feels like -10. Medicine Hat feels more like -11. Calgary feels like -18. And we're into the -20s with that wind chill for Red Deer. We are looking at fairly quiet conditions. So other than the fog, the cold, and the freezing drizzle, we're not looking at huge bouts of active weather for the weekend, I could say. Fairly quiet out there right now, other than the fog, of course. We do have the freezing drizzle creeping in to the Calgary-Lethbridge area for the morning hours, especially in the early morning hours. And then that's going to push off into Medicine Hat later in the morning. Again, the fog should last for most communities, especially Calgary down to Lethbridge, where it's so dense, up until about the noon hour tomorrow before it really starts to mix out. and then it returns back for Saturday night and Sunday morning. And that's really the story as we head into the weekend. The other story is the cold. Our wind chill values will be in the minus teens for the entire day tomorrow in the city and Sunday as well. And there's a look at that fog continuing. We get a break from it later on Saturday, and then it's back again Saturday night and through Sunday morning. Temperatures will climb for next week, though. If you like the warmer temperatures, it will return. We'll get a daytime high above freezing by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
Thanks, Danielle. Lake Louise Ski Resort is entering the new year with record-breaking snow. By the end of December, 503 centimeters had fallen. It's the only time the hill has surpassed the 500-centimeter threshold this early in the season.
The energy around here it's electric. It's just, everyone is so excited. Everyone's so stoked. The pictures coming out on social of people just getting absolutely pitted in powder. It's been incredibly exciting.
Because of all the snow, the new terrain on Richardson Ridge has opened 3 months earlier than anticipated. Gotta love a good snow year. Well, still ahead, new trade rules take effect in Canada. The changes made in an effort to remove interprovincial trade barriers is coming up. Comes with new legislation to remove interprovincial trade barriers. Joining me is Liana Wachniak, an investment advisor with the Popowich-Carmeli Advisory Group. Liana, Happy New Year to you. This was a pretty big key priority for Prime Minister Mark Carney.
Happy New Year. You're right, Terry. This was a big priority for Mark Carney, and the Free Trade and Labour Mobility in Canada Act is now in effect as of January 1st. Now, this particular act is designed to try and remove some of the barriers of people and goods moving between provinces and then needing to get recertified in the destination province, whether that's a work certification or some sort of provincial standards that goods have to adhere to. Now, it doesn't apply to everything. There are some exemptions, including things like food and alcohol. So there are still some trade barriers that exist there, but it is certainly a step in the right direction for making trade across the provinces easier and making it easier for Canadians to move among provinces and work in the province of their choosing.
And Leanna, we also have some new tax measures for 2026.
That's right. And this is actually a good thing for savers. We have all of the 2026 contribution limits adjusted now for 2026. So if you have a TFSA, you have an extra $7,000 worth of room. If you have a first home savings account, you have an extra $8,000 worth of room. The RSP limits have also increased slightly. Now, that does depend on your personal tax situation and the amount of income you earned in the previous tax year. So that will be very specific to you. But the maximum has gone up in 2026 as well. And it's a good thing to keep an eye on your own contributions because the numbers on the CRA website only get updated once or twice a year. So don't get caught out by that.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the insights, Leanna.
Thank you.
Calgary's Real Estate Board is calling 2025 a year of transition for the housing market. This after several years of strong price growth thanks to strong demand and limited supply. Prices decreased to close out the year with home sales falling 14% last month compared with the year prior. The residential benchmark price was down 4.7% year over year to $540,700. New listings were down slightly from 2024, but the city's inventory grew nearly 30% with 3,800 homes for sale. Krebs says for the first time in 3 years, we're heading into the new year with better inventory levels. The pay gap between Canada's top CEOs and the average worker continues to grow. A new Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives report shows 100 of Canada's highest paid CEOs made an average of $16.2 million in 2024. That's about 248 times more than the average Canadian worker and surpasses the previous record of $14.9 million set in 2022. The CEO of Shopify topped the list with a $205 million paycheck. Well, Calgarians are still being asked to conserve water. Here's Alicia Fieldberg with a look ahead to the CTV News at 6.
Terry, the city says water demand has dipped to sustainable levels, but conservation efforts need to continue. Work to repair the feeder main break along 16th Avenue is expected to take at least 2 weeks. Coming up at 6, we'll hear from more businesses impacted by the burst pipe. Also ahead, our one-on-one interview with the Premier. Danielle Smith shares her highlights from last year, plus her response to the signs of growing discontent with her government. Terry?
Thanks, Alicia. Well, right now in Calgary, it's -9 degrees with freezing fog. Foggy for sure out there. Danielle's going to be back with the details after the break. Stay with us. Fireworks kicking off the new year in Calgary. The weather was mild, trucks kept everyone fed, and kids and adults found lots of ways to have fun down at Eau Claire. The skating rink on the lagoon was very popular. Police did not have any issues to report in the area during the festivities. And we were pretty lucky that it wasn't foggy that night. But you know, isn't it kind of fitting, the fog? Like, everyone's in a fog right now. What day is it? Out of the holidays?
We are. We didn't even know we were coming in today.
Exactly. It's Friday, if you didn't know.
So yes, fog here, fog outside, fog everywhere. That's the story, even as we get into the weekend. In fact, look at this. We're down to 0.4 kilometers for visibility out there in the city. So yes, it's a little tricky to drive through. If you don't have to, don't. -9 is the current temperature, feeling more like -18 with the wind chill. Today's high was -7. Still felt like the -teens, and that's the story for the weekend. Our wind chills will be in the -teens. Fog and freezing drizzle right through tomorrow morning, lifting out at around noon, and then back again late Saturday in through Sunday morning.
Thanks, Danielle. A local acapella group has been hitting all the right notes for decades, but their favorite performance space may surprise you. These men have been coming to the Deerhead Cafe for more than a decade. They're friends, but also sing together in the barbershop style. They sit, drink coffee, eat breakfast, and harmonize. The group was started nearly 5 decades ago.
It's turned out that this quartet brass that's been together for, I think it's 45 or 46 years, is always part of the group that has breakfast together. We have other guys come in, we've always had other guys. And we just enjoy each other's company, and we enjoy singing together, and we enjoy this place. It's the highlight of my week, coming out for breakfast every Friday mornings.
You can find the group at the Deerhead Cafe every Friday morning from 9 until 10, entertaining the staff and patrons. That's quite the way to enjoy your breakfast. Breakfast with a side of harmony. Well, thank you so much for joining us this Friday. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.